Live. Hello, hello. Okay, so we are live and we are doing 7 things that rich people do. Sorry, that poor people do that rich people don't. 7 things that poor people do that the rich don't. I was inspired to make this video. I am actually at home today. As you see, we're going live. Beautiful at my beautiful new home. Finally got it fully decorated. Put on my Gucci hat. I got a story about that I'm going to tell you guys. Everything that I'm going to teach you guys today is going to make you money because I was inspired to do it. I told you guys this year I was going to just pull back the curtains. I was going to start sharing everything with you, telling you exactly how to do things step by step, just giving it all to you. I've made so much money last year, nearly made almost $7 million. I'm saying these are my real numbers in my business, and I'm so proud of that. And I've been so blessed, so much abundance that I have to share this with you guys. I have to start telling you guys these things, teaching you guys these things. Stay with me till the end. I'm going to have a special surprise for you. Like I said, good morning. Good morning. I'm in beautiful Orlando at my new home, and I'm just loving this. And like I said, I just have so much to teach, so much to share. And I got inspired to make this video. I'll share the story really quickly, and then we'll get to it because this is so important. So again, inside my new home, finally, like I said, getting it decorated, fully getting it all done. And I'll make some videos for you guys so you can kind of see some of the things that we've done in here, but just amazing. And my little mansion in Orlando, and we relocated. And again, just so blessed that I was like, all right, I'm going to share. So the girl that braided my hair amazingly had saw me on YouTube, and she remembered this Gucci hat. And because this hat was a gift, from someone special to me, she was like, I just remember that. And I remember you teaching on these things. And so I was like, okay, this stuff is getting through to people. People are learning stuff. I found her because some of the stuff that she did with her business, so I'm going to share with you guys those things. She braids hair, obviously. She's really good at it, but she wasn't putting herself out there marketing and branding herself. She said, I was watching your videos about how you said start rocking your logo on stuff. You know what I mean? Putting your logo with other logos if you need to. But if you buy, anything like Adidas or Puma jacket, you can still put your logo on it for your business. And she started doing those things and getting her business out there, making more money, of course, attracting more high-end clients like myself that will pay a lot more to get their hair done. So she doesn't need to do as many people in order to make that same amount of money. If you guys are catching what I'm saying, like being a real entrepreneur where you can charge more for your services so you don't have to work as hard, creating multiple streams of income for yourself, which is another thing that she did. People think, oh, just because you braid hair or you do nails or you do makeup, you can't create multiple streams of income. That is absolutely not true. You can very easily. You can brand yourself, get logos for yourself, put it on your clothes, start putting it out there and really grow your business. And that's what I want to teach you this year. I want to make sure that you guys are doing it. I am not the only one that can make $6-7 million. And I mean, earning that money per year. Not talking about just my real estate investments. I'm talking about earning that money and saying, okay, I've created generational wealth for my kids. I've bought my kids property. My kids don't have to go to college. If they want to go to college, they can. Just all of those things and creating generational wealth for ourselves, building things that we want to do, going fun, all of that. You know what I mean? Going on trips, taking the money that you have and doing passion projects with it. I'm able to do movies and videos and work with people in the music industry. I have athletes calling me, celebrities, just from being on YouTube. So there's just so much opportunity that I want to make sure you guys know that this is the year. This is not just about Noelle being successful or me bragging on y'all about different things that I did, but me really sharing with you and telling you guys, look, you can do this. These are ways I'm going to help you, and I'm going to share all of this with you so that you can be successful too. And that's how we're really going to change our community. So I'm going to get right to it, girl. I got so much, guys. Thank you for all the love that I see in the live. Just make sure you're listening. Get your pen and your paper out. Your girl is about to give it to you. Okay, so Noelle is ready. So the first thing that I really want to talk about, 7 things that poor people do that the rich don't. Because like I said, as I'm earning more money, I've had to change myself. And now I'm around a different people with different mindsets. Not necessarily like these people are better than those people. None of that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying people that have money versus people that don't have money, people that earn $2 million, $4 million, $5, $10 million a year. They're earning that year after year and thinking, wait, I can be a part of that group. Yes, you can. That's what this is about. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is poor people are paid for their time and rich people are paid for the value that they bring. So that's number one. If you want to continue to be a person that's poor and doesn't have enough money and is working paycheck to paycheck and direct deposit, the way I used to be, then that's because you are trading your time for money. You know, you go in, how much money do I make per hour? How much do I make per year or whatever? And you got to get off of that track. You got to get away from that whole system. You got to be able to get paid for your value. You know what I mean? You know, just because everybody charges $200 to do braids, that doesn't mean you have to charge $200. You can charge $500 because you work with a chick that makes $7 million and you braid her hair and you come to her and you do it in a great way. Do you get what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys are tracking with what I'm saying. In other words, you bring value. You can work with higher end clients. You can sell packages for whatever you do. You can sell subscriptions to what you do. There's ways to make more money with what you do instead of just trading your time. Okay, because trading your time, you're never going to get rich that way. There's only so many hours in a day, and getting a second job or a third job is never going to get you to rich. Trust me, I've done that. I've gotten second jobs before and all of that other foolishness and going to school. Those are not going to get you rich. Those are not going to create more income for you. So you have to start trading and creating value, and it's trading what you do for the value that you bring. Okay, and start thinking about what value do I bring. If I'm doing your hair and you make this amount of money, then I'm more valuable than if I do somebody hair and they just go up to the bank as a teller. You're not bringing that person the same amount of value by doing their hair. Do you understand? So you have to start bringing more value, working with more high-end clients where what you do brings them more value and they're willing to pay you more for that thing. Okay, for your products or your services. This is very simple stuff, guys. I'm telling you, I wasted all this time going getting college degrees, masters, and yeah, I'm proud of MBAs and things like that I have. But at the same time, things that I'm teaching you are things that I really learned in my business and that other more successful multimillionaires and billionaires have taught me and how I got to that level, and me sharing it with you here absolutely free on YouTube, on Instagram, on my podcast, just absolutely free. I want to make sure that you guys start doing these things. Number two, and this is so important. Poor people are afraid of risk. Okay. They're afraid of risk. They're afraid of change, and rich people are not. Rich people embrace risk. They embrace change. They're constantly changing. I talk to rich people. I mean, and I'm talking rich being someone that makes at least earns at least $1 million per year. For me, just we're on the same definition, because rich means different things to different people. You know, some people make $1 million a year, and that is nothing. They would kill themselves if they only made $1 million a year. But just for like an average threshold, I'm talking about high earners that earn $1 million or more per year. They are not really afraid of risk and change. They will move to new cities. They will see the new people. They will seek out new things. They're not really afraid. They'll go try some things. I had to become that. You know what I mean? I started an investment as someone that was broke. Remember, I've shared this with you guys. I started off bankrupt, multiple foreclosures, living in my parents' basement, 2 kids, 1 on the way, just a total loser. Okay. And then I just started going and being around different people instead of hanging around the people that I went to high school with, just because I was back in my parents' basement in my hometown. I went to different people. I went to, investor meetings, those free seminars and things like that, and started learning about real estate. And that's actually how I got out of my parents' basement, not by going to college and finishing my college degree. I basically finished my college degree and then I had to go find a job, because I had learned how to flip houses, how to do wholesaling and how to do flipping of houses. I was able to earn money. And that's how I was able to become successful, and then take that money and then do the other things that I teach you guys with. And again, if you need any of that education, I have full playlists on YouTube teaching you real estate investing, how to start with no money, how to start with bad credit, how to start with multiple foreclosures, basically how to start if you have absolutely nothing, the way that I did. And if you do have something, obviously you can move a lot faster than I did and completely change your life. Okay. Completely change your life. So you cannot be afraid of change, because rich is a mindset. This is like how you think, like, I'm not afraid, I'm not gonna die. You know what I mean? If I buy this course from this person, or if I go to this event, or if I sign up for this thing, or if I go hang out, or if I sign up to speak, or if I sign up to present my thing at the Chamber of Commerce, or whatever it is that you do, if you do it, you're not gonna die. You're gonna be okay. So you gotta get more comfortable taking risks, because that truly is what rich people do. And as you become rich, as you become wealthy, and you earn $6 million a year, $7 million a year, and start these these incredible amounts of money, you're going to take even more risk. You know what I mean? You're going to get bigger opportunities. Bigger people are going to come for you. Bigger opportunities that risk more money. You know, before $500,000 was scary to you, but now somebody's asking for 5 million. Well, if you only got 6 million, somebody asks you for 5 million. That's a big risk for you. So you got to get more comfortable taking risks, because the risk only grows as you grow. Okay, and you are growing. So start getting comfortable, being outside of your zone a little bit, being around different people, talking to different things. The fact that you're already listening to this video, this podcast, whatever, however you're listening to this, already lets me know that you're open for something different, already knows that you're attracted to what I'm saying, and that me and you are very alike, because there's tons of things that you could be doing right now with your time. And the fact that you said, I'm going to listen to Noelle tell me these things, I'm going to write this stuff down, I'm going to start implementing them, that lets me know that me and you are on the same page and we are attracted. This is a law of attraction thing. You're watching this for a reason, and it's absolutely free to you. So don't think that there's something else coming. I mean, actually, I will say, I am having an event in a few weeks. If you want to see me live in person with my team, I'm showing you my property in Orlando. You can fly here. You can see me. You have a month. Go to NoelleRandallEvents.com and get your tickets. You can use the code YouTube and save 40%. And again, this is the last live event that I'm doing. You can touch me, see me this year. I got a lot of big opportunities. I'm talking 10-figure deals, you know, $100 million deal is basically what I'm in the process of negotiating. And so I got a really big opportunity. I'm sharing as much as I can this year, because I'm retiring almost from this, because I have a bigger opportunity. But at the same time, that opens up the gate for so many of you to come in and start taking my place, start learning these things, start teaching these things. And I'm going to teach you everything that I do so that you can do it and make the same money. You know what I mean? And we can just keep growing, because I'm stating and telling you, I want to be a billionaire. So, you know, it's 1,000 million. Okay. A billion is 1,000 million. So that's a lot. I got a lot of work to do. I'm going on 41. So that's what I'm doing. And I want to make sure that you guys are a part of it. Come see me if you want to at our event. Come see our properties. I'll teach you the business. You can ask your questions. It's really me live and in person. It's a full day. Lunch is included, a party, networking. There's always some good surprises. NoelleRandallEvents.com. Okay. Use the code YouTube to save 40%. All right. So let's get back to it. See? Okay. And boom, you see how I just did that right there? I invited you. This is what I am an entrepreneur. I love you guys to death, but I'm an entrepreneur. I have a whole business. So if I'm teaching you, I can offer my product and service in a non-offensive way, boom, and keep going and still bringing you guys value. And that's why people watch and love it. And again, you do the same thing in your business. You give value, you offer your product, your service, you keep giving value. All right. So let's keep going. Number 3, you cannot save your way to rich. Poor people love trying to save money. That's always a goal of theirs. I want to save money. I want to save money. And rich people invest money. They're looking for their investments to make them more money, constantly looking like, okay, I got this amount of money, even if they borrowed the money to invest it. You know what I mean? It's about investing in growing what you have, not trying to save it. You cannot save your way to rich. That is a big fallacy. It is a ridiculous thing to think. You're not trying to save millions of dollars. You're not trying to buy an apartment building that costs $1 million. So you're trying to save $1 million so that you can buy that, so you can be debt free, like some of these yahoos teach you. Like I said, as somebody with 2 master's degrees, I have I have a master's in economic development from Penn State, and I have my MBA from Baylor. So I'm not saying these things as just some idiot on YouTube telling you these things. I'm telling you fundamentally, in order to get something big, you should be using debt. And that's kind of how our system is set up best to work. Okay. We are not a country that is against debt. We leverage debt. We have people, but think about how I got rich. The way I got rich is I got rental properties, okay, that were a lot of them subject to where the owner kept the mortgage in their name. I took over the mortgage payment. I had a tenant come in and pay more than what the mortgage was, paying down the mortgage balance. Then I sold the house in 2 or 3 years and got the equity. Okay. So the house is going up in value and the mortgage is being paid down at the same time. And the difference between those two is my money. So I'm okay with leveraging with a mortgage because I'm investing in real estate. So it's kind of crazy to think that you're going to be a Walmart, an Amazon, these big type companies with no debt. So just erase that idea altogether. that is not for rich people, especially billionaires, the ultra rich. Tesla has debt. Walmart has debt. Okay. It's a big company thing and it is A-okay. It's about that's just an expense. It's a liability in the business, but you have lots of assets and you have lots of revenue and income in the business. And that's what you focus on. That's your profits. All right. Number 4, poor people waste time. This is a big one. Rich people do not waste time. There's not a lot of watching television. That was one of the main things when I got coaching and I started changing my life. I had to stop watching television, playing video games, some of the stuff that you just waste your time doing. You cut those things out because you're focusing on investing in yourself and in your business. So in the time that you have, you don't waste time watching television shows. You just don't. It doesn't even stimulate your mind. You out here taking over the world. You're doing your thing. You realize that how can I charge more for my service and my product? How can I go from 1 million to 4 million, from 4 million to 8 million to, that's what you're focused on. And you cannot get the answer to those questions watching TV. Okay. And I'm assure you that's why there's no Lamborghini commercials, because people that buy Lamborghinis don't watch TV. Okay. I'm just being real with you. So think about this for a second. That is a waste of time. Get rid of TV. I'm playing video games and a lot of that stuff. I'm not saying you don't enjoy your life and have leisure. You do, because that's a part of why you want to be rich. So you own your time and your freedom. But when you're on your journey and you're building and you're getting your machine together, you cut television out absolutely altogether. And then by the time that you really start making those money, by the time I made $1 million, I was off of TV. It was just a habit I no longer had. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm sharing with you. And Noella's telling you things just from my real experience and things that I did, and me now having a telephone full of millionaires and in fact, 2 billionaires now. Okay, 2. They're both in Utah. It's kind of weird, but 2 billionaires in my phone. Number 5, rich people continue learning, poor people don't. Poor people finish high school, for example, and then they're done. You know what I mean? And that's why most people with college degrees do fare a little bit better. But I'm not even talking about middle class. I'm talking about rich people. I'm talking about earning more than $1 million per year. They learn about money. Okay. They continue learning about money. I'm always interested in learning about money, even Bitcoin. I still don't understand, but I still have not stopped learning. I'm still reading articles, still buying books. I have a child that's autistic. I immediately started getting books on that, like how learning about things. So you have to become a learner. That is what a rich person does. And it's not necessarily about going to school, getting degrees and all of that foolishness. I'm not advocating for that. I'm just being really honest with you. Yes, you should finish things that you start. And I think that's why college people and some people that got degrees, why they do a little bit better, because they finish the things that they start. But you don't need to go to college to pick up that habit. Okay, just be someone that learns and make that a habit. And it's something that you have to work on. It's not easy to read. A lot of us read and we start falling asleep. You know what I mean? It's like we go to the gym, you're tired, but you want to be fit and healthy. You know what I mean? You want to, so you can do it, and you don't have to do a lot. I don't go to the gym for hours and hours, and I go out, walk around my neighborhood, and that's it. And I can stay looking fit. So you don't have to read thick books like this. You can read little small books. You can read a little bit each night. It's just about continuing to learn and being a reader. Okay. Number 6, poor people watch the news. Rich people do not. I don't know any rich people. I've never talked to a rich person that told me they watch the news. Not even one. I always ask that. Do you watch the news? What news do you watch? And they never watch any of it. They may watch CNBC or something like that, but they're never watching like the local news, who got shot, who got locked up, what traffic accidents there are. Bruh, get off of that world. That is keeping you into what is going on into regular society. And you're up leveling yourself. You're becoming like a 1%er as you reach into this thing. So you want to start thinking and acting like a 1%er, which is going to require you to not even care about what's going on. I don't care about, and it's funny because when you start to talk to rich, people that are not, they tell you things that you just have no idea about. And you sound like a doof, like, what? Oh, wow, okay. Because you don't care about those things. You're not in that world. So you have to get off of the news. That is an absolute mind killer. It is a mind killer. And you're trying to grow your mind and reprogram yourself. Okay. So if I started off in this journey from my parents' basement, I had to reprogram my mind. I had to think differently. I had to think that I was worthy and that I could make phone calls and I could tell people and I could get them to sign contracts, that I could do these things. And in order to do that, I cannot be watching all of this negativity spewing in the news and who got cancer and who's died and all these other negative, because that's 90% of what it is. We know that. So it's not bringing you any value. It's not going to help you make any money. Okay. I cannot think of anyone, unless that's your specific business. I don't know anyone that makes money by watching the news. So Get away from that. Get away from talking about other people and celebrities and what they're doing. The only thing that you would care about is if they're going to be your client. You know what I mean? I care about certain NBA players, and I'll learn about the major league baseball. I had to learn about minor league baseball because I had a client. And again, these are just people that found me on YouTube and want me to help them put a real estate portfolio together. So these are not even things that I necessarily offered, but people saw me and found me and started making me offers and things in ways that I could bring them value. And that's become another stream of income, which we're going to talk about in a second. So it's just new opportunities that you never had any idea existed can come to you. And that's what I'm telling you. So it doesn't really matter where you are today. I want to make sure I'm also very motivational in this video and let you know that it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how, if your bills are bad or if you have bad credit or if things aren't going your way. That does not matter. You can change that. You can turn that around as you start to change yourself, as you start to do these things that I'm teaching you, as you start to think different and be different, you can become different. Okay. And it's funny because I'm remaking this video because, again, I said this video was inspired to me to make because of someone. Dan Locke made this video. Okay. So shout out to him. And it got like 3 million views. And they were like, Noelle, you should make the same video. And so I am making the same 7, but I'm not obviously using his same 7. And I'm not saying the same thing. You know, I'm not going to cuss at you. I'm not going to yell at you. I think the fact that you're listening to me lets you know that you're in the right place. Why else would you just be listening to this? You have all of these options. So you're getting something out of this. And you know that you can be different. You can be like me. And you may be this, you know, have your own YouTube channel doing this exact same thing, telling your story. Like, man, I started watching this girl on YouTube and then I started doing some of the things, and you get what I'm saying. So I love stories like that. And that's why I'm doing this. So number 7, and this is the last, this is so important. So actually number 6 finished. The point of number 6 is focus on yourself. Rich people, poor people do not focus on themselves. That's what I'm saying. Watching the news and other people, just focus on you. Okay. That is so important. I'm gonna take a silence and say that. Rich people focus on themselves. And that's why sometimes they come off as selfish. But in order for you to actually help the other people around you that you really want to help, you do have to become a little bit selfish, focus on you, make yourself better, and then you can help them. You cannot help them, you know, in the ghetto with them. You have to leave the ghetto in order to help them out of the ghetto. And so I want to say that in a real serious tone because it's so important. I'm saying that with love and from experience. You cannot help them if you are in your parents' basement. You got to get out that basement to help. Okay. And then number 7, last but not least, poor people only have one source of income. Rich people have multiple streams of income. I preach about this all the time, multiple streams of income. You need money coming in from different things. I'm in my office right now, my real office and my real house, sharing you. This is where I work. You know, I'll come in here to my desk and I'll work, and I have the books. I started with the YouTube, and the YouTube became the books. This was the first book, an Amazon best-selling book. And again, if you want to see me in person, one more time, I'll tell you, go to noelrandallevents.com. Use the code YouTube to save 40%. I have an event coming up in just a few weeks. You can see me live in person and my team. We were teaching you everything, pulling back the curtains, actually coming to my real properties and seeing me live. And like I said, I am retiring from this. So this is probably one of the last opportunities that you're going to be able to like touch me, feel me take pictures with you and all of that stuff. But let me finish teaching. So I started with the YouTube and just started, you know, just making videos. And then that easily became the book, because once you have the YouTube, they can transcribe the YouTube channel, and you can just help ghostwrite it essentially with you filling in with some of the transcriptions. So it's really easy to produce a lot of content once you start the YouTube, and once you like learn, teach it. Once you say, okay, I've learned this thing, I did it, now let me teach people in whatever way that is. Books are a really easy way. YouTube is a really easy way. I have this book. Again, you can get these books for free at noellsfreebook.com. But again, if you want to see me in person, I think that's probably the best opportunity for anybody watching this at noelrandallevents.com. Use the code YouTube. Then I have this book, Millionaire Business Secrets. So this book is really focused on business, no matter what you're in, not necessarily real estate, but any business that you have, giving you tips, tricks, business credit, business funding, some of that stuff that I did. And then this book is not even really out yet, but it is just being released, B Millionaire Secrets. So this is all about the Airbnb business. Like I said, I was started investing in Connecticut. Then I moved back to Atlanta. Then we moved to Texas. Then we moved to Florida. And we moved to Florida and around the Orlando area because of all of the short-term rentals, all of the Airbnbs. They were doing so well with Disney World, Universal Studios, Tokyo, SeaWorld, just all of the tourism here. And so this book is really just teaching you some of the things that I did. And one of the reasons, like I said, we did relocate and moved here, but this is my real life, where I really live and work. And I'll put that on the wall. And then, if I'm having some type of meeting with my team, I have that big TV there that we can stream into. I have this small little closet in here, obviously has a bathroom and a shower, because it's just a bedroom in the house that we converted to my office. I got a little closet, but rich people, I'm going to address this one last time before I end this, because this is so important. People tell me all the time about, stereotyping what you have to look like or what you have to be like to have money. And I am telling you, there are rich people that do not wear Gucci. They do not wear Chanel. They don't wear Versace. They don't wear any of those things. They look like bums. There's some people that got on Gucci, Fendi, Versace. They don't have no money. So that is not an indication of money. But what's the important thing is that you do what you want to do when you get your money. I remember wanting to wear nice clothes, nice things, and that was important to me, to have nice clothes and Versace and wear some of the best things, and Louboutin shoes and boots and stuff like that, and $2,200 backpacks and all of these things, because I earn a lot of money and I want to be able to buy the things that I want to buy. That's the point of it all, okay? Having the time and the money and the freedom to do what you want to do. And that's what being rich is about, and having and earning a lot of money is about. So make sure you follow those 7 steps. Make sure, if you want to see me in person, share this video with as many people as you can. I know I brought so much value and shared so much. I told you so much of my business. Make sure you share it, comment below. I'll go back and start reading some of the comments. I thank y'all for everything that y'all are saying. See me in person at NoelRandallEvents.com. Use the code U. Bye, guys.